Hello photographers, Tom here from Cameras Direct with another product review. Today we're going to have a look at the Samyang 85mm f1.4 prime lens. Now for those of you who haven't heard of Samyang, they are a lens manufacturer who are making some very fine optics in the prime department for Canon, Nikon and a few other manufacturers as well. The big thing to remember with Samyang is these are non-auto-focusing lenses, so there is no focus motor built into them, and they do have to be manually focused, which is easily done with their lovely smooth focusing ring, and very solid construction of these lenses makes that not too hard to accomplish. Although I would recommend probably using live view for critical focusing when using lenses like this at their maximum apertures. So, 85 1.4, what would you use it for? Portraits. This is right in the sweet spot for portrait photography. 85 to 135 in full frame DSLR speak is the perfect focal length for portraiture. This is a full frame designed lens, but it can be used on a crop sensor DSLR, which would make it around about a 135mm 1.4. So on full frame, you're at the lower end of that ideal portrait range, and with a crop sensor, you'd be at the longer end. Either way, fantastic lens for photographing portraits. It really does give a more flattering perspective of the human body, a thinning-like effect if you like, and also being 1.4 gives you very shallow depth of field, particularly at 1.4. So not having an autofocus motor means that this lens is sensational value. It is around about a quarter of the price of the Nikon version and Canon's 85mm 1.2. It's also a lot smaller. It is also very well made, as I was saying before. It uses a 72mm filter size, if you want to put filters on it to protect that rather large bit of glass there as well. So it does have a manual aperture ring, so you will have to stop the aperture down, open the aperture up to 1.4, focus and then place it down to where you want, because it does stop the aperture down when you change that aperture ring. So, look, no autofocus. A lot of people tend to shy away from that, but I can tell you what, for the price, you're going to get very good results. Particularly when you stop this lens down to around about f2 to 2.8, you're going to start to see some very, very sharp results, particularly in the center of the lens. And again, when you compare it price-wise to the big guns from Canon and Nikon, it represents astounding value for money. So, look, if you want to venture into the portrait prime lens market, this could be a nice cheap way for you to go, and as I say, when used properly, this will provide professional looking results.